NHL 24 is just over a month away, and we have some very important news that we need to talk about. Now, the NHL 24 playtest ended on Sunday night at 11:59 Eastern. For a week, thousands of people were able to try out NHL 24 for the very first time. The entire point of the playtest was for people to try out the brand new things in the game. Total controls and the tether system for goalies being a part of that. Now, I made some posts on Twitter, I talked about it on YouTube, and I asked people in my Discord what your least favorite things in the playtest were. One of the most popular things that people hated about the playtest was the fact there was no hybrid controls. As somebody who's played NHL for a very long time and has always used hybrid controls, yeah, this one kind of sucked. Though it gave me an opportunity to try new things, not having hybrid definitely hindered my ability at the game. Another thing that people were absolutely against was the tethering system for goalies.
For our brick walls out there, an update to our human goalie controls makes playing goal more accessible and intuitive. Historically, the game's controls made it easy to lose the net, creating frustrating empty net goals and a steep learning curve. So in NHL 24, we have added a new tethered control system. As you slide back and forth to make saves, you simply release the left analog stick and your goalie will auto-return back to a centered position.
It's a brand new system to help you stay in control of where you are in front of the net. There was just a lot of complaints that you weren't able to turn it off and use classic controls like in the past. Well, for those who look for hybrid controls and for those who are looking for changes about the tethering system, EA put out a tweet. Thank you to everyone who participated in the NHL 24 community playtest and sent along feedback. We're sorting through it all now, but there are some certain changes we'd like to make official immediately. Number 1, we are adding hybrid controls as an additional option alongside skill stick and total controls. For those of you who are like me who have played hybrid for a very long time, this is a big deal, and for those who have maybe a disability playing the game, I heard an outcry, like hybrid controls are very important for those people. Hopefully, this is really going to help you out. That being said, does it look like we're going to have NHL 94 controls? It's been 30 years. And number 2, we're adding the option to use the new goalie tether control scheme or the standard goalie control system. These changes will be reflected in a post-launch NHL 24 update and are only some of the improvements we're working towards based on your feedback. We're excited to share our full plans in the coming weeks. So those of you who do play goalie, I'm not one of them, but if you do play goalie and you didn't like the new tethering system, you can still use the same controls that you had in NHL 23. The feedback from this tweet has been pretty positive. Everyone's really excited about the changes being made, but maybe even more excited by the fact that they're actually communicating with us. Mike and Chris took over the EA NHL series, the new producers of the game, but not only them, we have a new gameplay designer, we have a new HUT team, and it seems like they're actually listening and wanting to give us what we want in an NHL video game. Now, I personally had the chance to meet each and every one of these people, had a great time in Vancouver, and I can honestly say, and this is not like some EA mumbo jumbo, they're not paying me to say anything. Oh, you're just an EA shill. I'm sure I'm gonna get some of that in the comments, but I truly do believe these guys have the right outlook and want to make the best NHL game possible. So while these things are going to be coming post-launch, that means when NHL 24 launches on October 3rd, these likely will not be in the game. You likely will not have the old NHL 23 controls for goalie or hybrid controls right away. Originally, these were not going to be in the game, and they're going to redevelop them for NHL 24 in a post-launch update. I can't imagine it's going to take a super long amount of time for them to do it, but just so you know, October 3rd, when the early access starts, they won't be in the game. Or at least likely won't, you never know. Maybe they get work done early on it. I can't speak for it specifically, but it's possible that it is there, but I'm gonna say it's probably not, just so that way there's no confusion. When it comes to things like the glass breaking too often or sticks breaking too often, these are very easy fixes and not something I see as a problem in NHL 24. And it's nice to know that they actually are listening. They actually are seeing the feedback from people and going, you know what? Let's add in what they want. There's still a lot of changes to come. We actually have news that there's going to be a gameplay trailer dropping tomorrow featuring Nasher, so who's excited for that? In all seriousness, I'm excited to see what they have to say in the gameplay trailer. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more about the pressure system, and there's no doubt in my mind that that will be tweaked for the release of NHL 24 as well.
The sustained pressure system rewards extended offensive events such as shooting, passing, and checking in the attacking zone, as you can see with the pressure gauge. The offensive team will gain a boost in stats due to the adrenaline effect, while the defensive team gets a decrease in stats due to the pinned effect. This change makes real hockey plays effective.
Now, I mentioned the posts I made earlier about the playtest and what everyone's least favorite and favorite things were. The most popular new addition to the game is button passing. So if you guys haven't had a chance to play the NHL 24 playtest, when the game does come out, you'll get to experience button passing. Honestly, it's a breath of fresh air. Other than that, the new hitting system, skating in general was actually well received. And one of the more popular things I've seen that it doesn't feel like NHL 23 is one of the most positive things. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we're actually getting a different game. For now, guys, that is going to do it for me. But tomorrow, of course, I will be live doing some different stuff with the brand new gameplay trailer. And I'll be opening up my packs on Twitch. But let me know down below how you feel about EA actually changing something after the playtest that we were all complaining about. No hybrid controls, a new tethering system. The option to turn these off or change these is going to be huge, honestly. If EA can be more transparent and actually talk to us and be engaged with the community, this could be an absolutely huge year for NHL. Anyways, y'all, like I said, I'm out of here. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow with some more content. And we're only a month away until NHL 24. I can't wait. Thanks for watching, y'all. Stay frosty.